Good evening and welcome to high school football action here in Southern Ohio, week 1 of the playoffs. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller and the whole Zone Sports team as we bring you all the action. Tonight's game is brought to you, the pregame is brought to you by McDonald's of Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, and Rosemount. I'd like to thank you all for joining us as we are up here high atop Ed Miller Stadium as the teams are getting ready to come out. Tonight's matchup will be between the Wheelersburg Pirates and Columbus Bishop Ready. Jay, what do you think about tonight's action? I mean, you got on the phone with somebody a little earlier.
Yeah, actually, I did have the opportunity to talk to Bishop Ready's coach, Brian Ross. This is a guy who has coached for 36 years in the state of Ohio.
Oh, wow.
As a head varsity football coach, he has a lot of experience. And in speaking with him, he has coached actually at Canton McKinley.
Really?
So you're talking about one of the big dogs in the state of Ohio with regard to high school football. So, they're going to come in well coached. But I think what you're going to see is right off the bat, you're going to see the numbers a little bit lower on that sideline than Wheelersburg's. And he understands, he respects the ability that Wheelersburg has, that they go 3-4 deep at some positions and don't lose the step when kids sub in and out. So he knows what he's in for. Some of the keys to the game, from their perspective, Bishop Reedy, he's talking about they need to control the football, try to have some long possessions, not a whole lot of 3-and-outs. They run a spread offense, so but out of that spread, unlike most teams that run a spread offense, he runs the ball 70% of the time. Wow. So they're really a run-oriented team. They want to try to milk the clock as much as possible, and then defensively try not to give up the big play to Wheelersburg. And as we know, Wheelersburg, you might stop them 3 or 4 times, but then you'll give up a 20 or 30-yard gain just as quick as that.
That's true. Well, from the way it sounds, I mean, this will be a team coached differently than all the other teams that Wheelersburg has faced so far this year.
Yeah, I think it is different than a lot of the teams that they've seen, being that it's going to be kind of a ground and pound kind of offense. The other thing that kind of struck me, too, I always try to look as far as playoffs, do we have some like teams? Did they play some of the same teams? No. But they did play, Bishop Hartley.
Yes.
That Wheelersburg played Bishop Hartley, and Hartley played
Bishop Watterson. Yes.
And Watterson played Bishop Hartley. This team played Bishop Hartley. So you kind of have that going on. In both cases, it was a 30-plus loss.
Really?
Yeah. So my guess is Wheelersburg's going to come out on top. What he is saying, though, Bishop Reedy might be able to give them a good enough half to where they go in at halftime with a little bit of momentum, but he's afraid that they're going to beat him in 4 quarters of football just by wearing them out.
Well, that's highly possible. We've seen it for 10 weeks straight.
That's right.
And honestly, I kind of expect to see it for the next 3.
A lot of talent there on the field, but, will it be a good game tonight? We hope so, for a little while at least, right?
Well, yeah. Well, this is week 1 playoff action. Wheelersburg is now entering the field, and the fans are going nuts as the Pirates come onto the field. There's the cannon.
It really is a tremendous sight to see him come through.
It is.
With the flags and running through the hoop and all that. Used to be a hoop.
Yeah.
You always bet on which guy would trip on the hoop when he came through the paper, right?
That's
now
right.
Now you got the breakaway, but this is great. The kids just jubilant, ready to play football. And when you look at the stadium, wow, no comparison to last week, is there?
No.
West undefeated playing Wheelersburg undefeated.
Well, they were all across.
Yeah, no comparison as far as how many people are here.
That's it. Well, that's quite a distance for the Bishop Reedy people. I mean, it's 2+ hours to come down here from Columbus. Bishop Ready's no stranger to the playoffs.
That's right.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to look up their actual trips to the playoffs, but they are consistently there because teams from down here have met up with them.
That's
in
right.
Different rounds.
We have seen their name a few times.
Yeah.
And Coach Ross on that side of the field, he's actually had 16 playoff appearances.
Oh, wow.
So that's quite a few.
It is.
So they do have some experience on that side of the field that they don't have so much on this side, just from a coaching staff perspective. But the coaches don't play the game.
That's true.
Players play the game.
Well, we've got about a minute and a half left. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with the kickoff.
Many people know that at the Battery Terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries.
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
Game on. And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium for the last home game of the season for the Wheelersburg Pirates.
Wow, can you imagine how these seniors feel right now?
Oh, man. You know, they are
They have a whole lot of football left to play, but this last time they're going to play in front of these fans right here.
Well, you know, it's really kind of a special thing to get your first round playoff at home. You know, I mean,
Absolutely.
You get all the fan participation, you know, all your friends. It's one extra time to play on that grass.
Right. Yeah,
or turf now.
Yeah, right. You're going to see a lot of Pirate pride tonight. So Bishop Reedy, of course, in the white jerseys with the blue numbers. Wheelersburg sporting their camouflage tonight.
They are.
Sharp uniforms.
Looks like Jalen Miller preparing to kick. We've seen him kick a lot this year. Definitely one of the better kickers in the area. We've talked over and over again about Drew Cassidy, but Jalen Miller's coming right up behind him real quick.
He's a close second. He'll put this ball at the goal line if they saw what they want him to do.
Oh.
They didn't want him to this time. Yep. And that's one of those things. They have special teams. Their special teams coach really wants to spread the ball around. And my understanding is last year their kicker had the ability to really pick his spots.
Yeah.
Find the dead spots and really pick and choose where they want to kick the ball off to. This year he's working on that.
Well,
and right now, obviously,
he's
having some issues.
Well, he's still a young kicker.
Right.
You know?
So overshot that a little bit and kicked it out of bounds.
So the Silver Knights will take first possession of the ball at about the 35-yard line.
So we do have that spread formation, two backs in the backfield. Jack Foley, their leading rusher, to the left.
That was close. Wheelersburg just about crossed the line early.
They sure did. They were jumping there trying to anticipate the snap, which is never a good idea. Pickup of about 3, second and 7, and a little bit of the Urban Meyer Ohio State offense there.
Yeah.
The fake, read, and keep to the opposite side.
Alex George was on that stop.
Foley goes to the slot. Now he's in motion, and they'll hand to him. Going across the backfield. Pickup of about 2 yards.
Well, they're getting stopped quick.
Stop made by number 63, Nick Parsley.
Nick Parsley on that, and
It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Silver
there were
Knights.
quite a few guys around that ball, weren't there?
Yeah.
That's something Wheelersburg does, and we've seen in the games that we've covered. They gang tackle.
They
Everybody meets at the ball.
That's it. 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
Passing situation. Let's see if that's what they do. It's
Oh,
a quick
block.
throw, and almost picked and gone the other way.
Man.
Number 11, Austin Aiello passes back
That was
out.
close.
Number 63, Nick Parsley.
Nick Parsley, that's back-to-back plays now. He comes off that left defensive end, gets his hands up in the air, which is what you do.
Yeah.
As a defensive end, you pass, rush from the outside in, keeping that contained, and when you see the ball draw back, you get your mitts up in the air and try to knock it down. That time, he almost knocked it down to himself.
That's it. Nick was rocking it. Nice punt all the way back to about the 23. Oh, hit hard at the about the 26.
And Micaiah Matthews, as you recall, against West last week was our most valuable player.
Mm-hmm.
He made all kinds of big plays last week. He starts the game now on special teams. That was just a 3-yard gain.
That's uncommon for him.
Yeah.
27-yard line.
So let's see what Wheelersburg opens up with. Last week, they kind of went with the notion that we're going to show all the other playoff teams as much as we can to make them prepare for us.
Yep.
Will they go the other way and play conservatively this week?
It's a good question, Jay.
Yep. Number 20.
Nice gain of about 8.
Yeah. Big play there just to keep, and he goes the other direction, and that's Clevenger, who had a big game last week against West.
Who did? Now, I think West is playing Columbus Academy this evening.
Is that who they're playing?
I believe so. So it'll be interesting to hear what the scores are throughout the evening.
Quick pass out to the sideline, and really there's no gain there unless he gets a preferential spot.
The Silver Knights were on it.
Stop made by number 88, Thomas Stiltner.
So Thomas Stiltner, number 88 for the Silver Knights, bringing that down.
Left defensive end stayed home, read the play, and made the tackle. Same play other side, also to Lowry, and here's that big play that Bishop Reedy's coach was talking about not giving up.
That's
you can stop them a few times, but then they pick up 20 or 30.
Yeah, big gain on that.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Pirates.
And, we saw this against West, too, where they have Lowry on this side now. They may throw to him here, flip him to the other side, and then play the exact same play on the opposite side, throwing it to the same receiver.
Yeah. About 9:23 here in the first quarter.
Tanner Holden over the middle, wide open.
Oh, man.
And the Silver Knights sitting there in a zone defense. That relies on your linebackers to drop back into hook zones and make sure nothing gets over their head. They didn't drop back far enough there. Perfect pass to Tanner Holden by Salyers.
Ball spot on the Silver Knight, 32-yard line.
So another 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
Big overload there on the left side, but now we have some motion.
Looks like some lost footing there.
Yeah, pretty much a power sweep where they just went ahead and put the running backs on that side as lead blockers.
That was Clevenger moving the ball.
Silver Knights did a pretty good job there of stopping that play. Got a 2nd and about 11. Now Wheelersburg will go to that more spread type formation. One back set. That would be Clevenger. Quick pass to Lowry.
Some of the footwork that we've seen in the past out of the Pirates isn't working as well right now.
Right.
So they've done a lot of the spins and the quick change of motion. The Silver Knights seem to be right on top of it.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of making the tackle. You have to worry about the yards after the catch. Silver Knights have done a decent job of limiting those yards after the catch. We know Wheelersburg is awfully capable of the long run. That's in the hands of 29.
Number 5, Trent Sayers' pass is incomplete. Broken up by number 24, Christian Shell.
I got to look it up. My old eyes, if I can see it. That was Micaiah Matthews.
Was it?
And he just got hit just as the ball was delivered.
Yeah.
So 4th down and 4. Reedy will try to stop this drive right here.
Quarterback
and they will
keeper.
not be able to do it.
So Trent Sayers getting the first down with a little quarterback sneak.
Yeah, just a simple fake to the running back over to the right side. Reads that the right side of that defensive line caved in. He keeps it and picks up an easy first down. Set just inside the 20-yard line. Straight handoff up the middle to Clevenger. He's wrapped up and taken down by a couple of guys.
That's it.
stop made by number 54, Billy Fannin. It'll be second down and 7 for the Pirates. Ball spot at the Silver Knights 16-yard line.
So ball on the 16, second and 7 for the Pirates. Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Long pass. Touchdown, Berg. Man.
That's a nice throw. You know, he has to step up in the pocket, and as a quarterback, you have that clock ticking.
Yeah.
Once you get to 3 or 4 seconds, you step up in the pocket and find an open man. He's able to roll to the left and find your receiver there in the end zone. Who was it that caught the pass?
I didn't see.
We need instant replay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I need my telestrator.
How
about that?
Tomorrow night I can tell you.
There you go.
About this time tomorrow night on the Zone.
Well, I think it's
Nice
going to be
kick.
one of many touchdowns scored tonight.
That's it. So the Wheelersburg Pirates draw first blood on the Silver Knights. 6:48 here in the first period. Wheelersburg up 7-0. Let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
You know the value of planning and hard work. For every seed you plant now, you will be rewarded later. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance agency.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium, where the Wheelersburg Pirates are preparing to kick off to the Silver Knights of Bishop Ready. Jalen Miller puts a high kick all the way back to the 1-yard line. It's returned for about 18 yards.
Yeah, Foley did a pretty good job of bringing that up the middle. And there again, that's why you want to position kick. You really don't want them to be able to set up their kick return. So they had a little wedge return in there, got a couple of key blocks, and he's able to get it back close to the 20-yard line. So we did discover that it was Keeney on the touchdown reception. Oh, my.
Oh, intercepted, fumbled, and then lost by number 4.
Cole Lowry was all over that play. And
Man.
you know what? It just came too easy.
It did.
It just came too easy.
It did. And, you know, I mean, had he got full possession, that would have been another touchdown.
That's right. You know, and that's just one of those little breakdowns that you have. You have to watch the football into your hands.
Yes.
And that's what you drill all summer into the fall practices, is watching the football into your hands. But his eyes were as big as saucers on that play. He saw the end zone. That's what he was looking at, and didn't see the ball into his hands.
That's it.
So he's going to wake up tonight about 3 o'clock in the morning questioning himself on that play.
Oh, what do we got here? Offsides?
Before the flag, timeout.
So Bishop Reedy calls timeout before the flag is thrown.
Well, let's take a quick break while we got a second, and we'll be right back after this.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
The winner out.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium. I'm Chuck Jones, here with Jay Miller and the entire Zone Sports team, Andy Millay, Anissa Blankenship, and tonight joining us on camera, Danny Jones. And we're bringing you Week 1 playoff action here in Southern Ohio.
Foley takes it there of the right side. Nothing there.
Quick stop.
This is how Bishop Reedy makes their hay, and they're not going to be able to do it very well against Nick Parsley on that side of the defensive line. And then if they try to go the opposite side, meet Mr. Chris George. Good luck with that as well.
Now, depending on the outcome of tonight's game, whoever wins this evening will be facing off against either Union Local or Columbus Academy.
Okay. And that site remains to be seen.
Correct.
Three-step drop
big
and a
pass.
nice throw.
Knocked down.
Should have been caught. Looked like it hit him in the chest right there on the number 2.
Micaiah Matthews just zipped in there and knocked it down.
And that's one of those things where, as a receiver, you got to get your hands out there. You don't want the ball to get to your body and give that guy an opportunity to knock it away like that.
That's it.
Not a bad throw.
So 4th and 9 for the Knights. So they're in a punt position. Nice punt.
Short punt.
Back to the 50.
Right at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be downed right about the 44.
The punt will be down at the 45-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Pirates.
So 1st and 10 for the Pirates again.
Well, on the defensive side, looking at Reedy, Charles Omame is their defensive end. He's a guy that comes off the edge and gets a few sacks for him. 6 foot, 270 pounds.
Big boy.
And there again, Coach looked at no long pass plays to Tanner Holden. He doesn't want a shootout, and he wants to run the clock as much as possible. 5:38 remaining in this first quarter.
Number 5, Trent Sires pass is complete to number 4, Cole Lowry.
So Cole Lowry. Cole Lowry gaining
Easy
about
for you to say.
4 or 5 yards there.
Well, Cole Lowry has Bishop Reedy's defense stuttering a little bit now too.
Yeah. Yep, you're absolutely right.
Looks like we have movement there on the offensive line.
Penalty on Berg.
False start against the Pirates.
I wonder where our officials are from.
Well, let's.
You have that information right there, fingertips?
I have some official information. Doesn't say exactly where they're from.
Okay.
Says who they are. The referee is John Whitson.
Mm-hmm.
Umpire is Greg Moore. Head lineman is Chad Miller.
Oh, my goodness. What a stiff arm.
Line judge is Preston Stapleton, and back judge is Anthony Farino.
Okay.
Doesn't
thus far, they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Of officiating the ball game. That was Micaiah Williams again. Is it Williams? I get turned around on our names, and I'm in the dark up here. Matthews. Micaiah Matthews on that. And a dandy stiff arm on the defender there.
Oh!
Beautiful play design. Very nice.
He got 3 yards hopping with a guy on his foot.
He sure did. It really kind of a different look, kind of a slip screen where you allow that defensive end to come in, and he's going to get the screen over the middle, but he's going to run to the right side. So it doesn't give you that effect that a middle screen typically does. Well, didn't see that coming.
Looked like they baited him pretty well on that.
They did. Very well executed play by the Wheelersburg Pirates. And we have some laundry on the field.
We have another penalty against the Berg.
False start against the Pirates.
Another false start.
Yep. Well, I was here for the Waverly game. They had quite a few of those.
Really?
And that's not like Wheelersburg. They're usually very disciplined. We did not see it last week against West.
No.
But it looks like it's something that it's continuing to be a nuisance, and they need to get this ironed out as they get deeper into the playoffs. Got a fake handoff to Clevenger and a long ball wide open. Tanner Holden.
And Tanner Holden scores. So Wheelersburg takes another touchdown.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to the defender, number 2 on the play. I don't know if he lost his footing, but Tanner Holden had a 10-yard lead on him. He had that much cushion. He could slow down, actually, to make the catch, secure it, and get into the end zone.
Beautiful long pass.
Yep. You know, I just love to see Tanner Holden catch touchdowns passes.
Oh,
he is
makes
so
it look
smooth.
easy.
He is so smooth.
You know?
And just a junior in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Terrific player.
And point after is good. So the Wheelersburg Pirates now lead the Bishop Reedy Silver Knights 14-0 with 3:42 left in the first period. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back as we're listening to a little Zombie Nation, as we always hear out here at Ed Miller Stadium, where the Wheelersburg Pirates are getting ready to kick off to the Silver Knights.
And some more positional kickoffs. This is a little bit better. Aiming for that sideline, gets it right down the numbers. And they're able to isolate the running back there returning, making a nice tackle. That ensures that he can't get a real long return on those kicks. Yeah, and getting back to the previous touchdown, too, we give a lot of accolades to Tanner Holden and the touchdown, but Salyers has thrown a couple of really nice balls today. He actually, every throw he's had has been a tremendous pass.
Well, watching him pass, he puts it in the numbers.
My goodness.
He puts it in the numbers just about every time, you know?
He does.
And,
number 30 there on that tackle, I think he might just be in line for your big hit of the game.
I tell you.
The collision, is that Moreau's framing collision?
Mm-hmm.
The hit of the game.
That's it.
So number 30 there might just be in the
mind.
running. He laid him out. That was Avery Deneni.
Ooh, Avery Deneni.
Yep.
Man, Pirates are holding them hard.
Yeah. Yeah, they just do a great job of stringing the play out. And honestly, what Reedy probably needs to do is some misdirection. You know, if you just pitch or you run powers to one side and you let them pin their ears back and go to the ball, you really need to change it up, fake one direction, send it to the other. That keeps them honest.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't throw the ball too awful well, that also allows those linebackers to stay in the box and make plays.
That's true.
So, Reed's having a tough time right now against this Pirate defense as a result. Definite passing situation here, 3rd and 10. He had him over the middle, but it is
intercepted.
And that's Tanner
by
Holden
number 2.
playing center field.
So, definitely not what the Knights wanted.
And the kid was open, number 43, but it was a good 3 seconds after the time that he was open that the ball was delivered. Tanner Holden able to step right in front and make an easy interception.
Tell ya.
And the long night continues for the visiting Silver Knights.
Tell ya.
You know what? I'll give them this, though. I don't know where they're located in Columbus, but they got Schmitz and we don't.
Oh, do they?
Schmitz.
I've never had that.
You've never had Schmitz?
No.
Oh, my gosh. The Sausage House in German Village?
Really?
Oh, my gosh. You got to go.
Well, now you've piqued my interest.
That's the best.
I love sausage.
Yeah. Salyers fakes and keeps around the right side. About a 4-yard gain. Yeah, you got to go get the buffet.
Oh, there's a buffet.
Try all the different types of sausages that they have. German potato salad, everything German. It's good stuff.
Where's that at?
It's in German Village. Going up 23 on the right side.
I don't know that I've ever been in German Village.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You're missing out on that.
Well, my wife drags me to Columbus to go to Easton.
Pass down the sideline. You know what? Number 2 defensively did a pretty good job there. Waited for it to get there, stuck his hand up in there, and separated him from the ball. Yeah, that's where the original Max and Irma's was as well. It's good stuff. My wife and I like to go watch plays up there in the park right there in German Village. Shakespearean plays.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Take a lawn chair and watch a live play.
That sounds.
It's always good.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Well, the Silver Knights are not having a good time here.
No. Long pass to the side.
Very long pass. That ball took a long time to get there. They're probably fortunate it didn't get picked.
I tell you.
At the very least, knocked down. But you know what? I'll give Salyers this. He did throw the ball either out of bounds or to his man, which is an important thing to do. That's a tough pass to complete right there across the field.
It is. So 1:34 left to go in the first period. Pirates are up 14-0 over the Silver Knights.
A little delay on the punt, allowing his punt team to get down the field.
Now, this is the first time we've seen the Pirate offense have to punt this evening.
Yeah. 11-yard line is where the Silver Knights will begin their next offensive possession. 1:21 remaining in the first quarter.
So good job on the Silver Knights holding them off from that interception.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to have to do this.
Could have been another touchdown.
More often this first half, that's for sure, to keep themselves close by halftime. Again, the spread formation, taking their fullback and put them right there in the gap between the guard and the tackle on this left side. Let's see if they run there. And Wheelersburg is keyed up again.
I tell you.
Yeah, and these are things that we feel pretty confident they're going to move on in this playoff game. But these are things they cannot do against some of these teams that they're going to see down the road in the playoffs. That kind of play right there might actually cost them a game.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to work on these. And they're right there. You're next to the ball. You don't move till it moves. Simple as that.
Handoff. Stop cold, but not till after they gain a first down plus some.
Well, you know what that does too? It takes you from a 1st and 10 situation, gives you a 1st and 5 situation. That allows you to run what they like to do. They like to run the football out of that spread offense. You can get 3 plays to pick up 5 yards. You're more than likely going to be able to do that.
That's true.
So they really they picked up, 7 or 8 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Got a first down now on the 25, 26-yard line. Yeah, penalties can happen.
Another handoff.
Again, this time they're going to lose yardage on that.
Shut down early.
Yeah, the left side of that defensive line just poured into the backfield, made contact before he could get anywhere near any clearing.
Avery Deneni on that tackle.
Yeah, Deneni big on that play. A smart kid, too. That's a kid that's going to stay home and get his job done. Coach Eaton was telling us last week, this is a kid that's very good in the classroom. I think he said he had a 30 on his ACT or something like that.
Yeah, he spoke well of him.
Very smart guy.
Uh-oh.
And we got a sack there, 63. I believe that's Parsley, isn't it?
So Austin Aiello down.
Nick Parsley, yep.
Nick Parsley all over it.
He's an animal. Yeah, he gets in there and he's strong.
He
You're
is.
not going to step out of that tackle.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Pirates lead the Silver Knights 14-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium to begin the second quarter.
We're still talking about Schmitz. Now I'm thinking about cream puffs, too. They're known for their cream puffs.
I tell you. Update. Martins Ferry 0, West 0.
All right, no score. No score. West hanging in there.
So good job, West. Portsmouth.
It'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Silver Knights. Ball spot on their own 23-yard line.
So 3rd and 13 for the Knights on their own 23-yard line. There's the snap. Pass is out of bounds.
Yeah, he just threw that out of bounds. Well covered over there by Clevenger and Xander Carmichael. That play wasn't going to work, so he threw it out of bounds.
Yep.
So just looking at some stats here after the end of the first quarter. Bishop Reedy, of course, they are a run-oriented team, but they only had 12 yards at the end of that first quarter. So the Pirates really putting a stop to what they like to do. They were 0 for 4 passing, so a total of 12 yards. Yeah, that's pretty constrictive by the Wheelersburg defense.
Okay. So what are some of the other stats we've got there?
Okay, we're going to stay in here. Wheelersburg, they had 6 carries for 26 yards rushing. They were 8 for 11. Sager's doing a nice job at the quarterback position for 116 yards. A total of 142 yards there in the first quarter. We have 3rd downs. Wheelersburg is able to pick up 2 of those 4 opportunities. Bishop Reedy not able to cash in on either one of their 3rd down opportunities, forcing them to punt. Bishop Reedy had the 1 turnover with the interception. Penalties. We have 3 penalties for Wheelersburg. As we were talking about before, they need to clean that up, get a little bit more discipline. 3 offside penalties for 15 total yards. Reedy so far hasn't made any mistakes there. And time of possession, pretty even, 6 minutes and 5 minutes.
Wow. Well, you know, the game's starting to feel a little lopsided.
It is, even though the scoreboard really doesn't show it too badly yet, 14-0, but Reedy can't get anything going offensively.
Right. But I do want to point out that this is one of the top 8 teams, in the region. So, I mean, this shows the level of play that the Pirates are playing at right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Wheelersburg's just a good football team. And, I was talking with Jimmy Vastine, a buddy of mine today, and, we were talking about, is this the best team that Wheelersburg's ever had? Well, they won a state championship in 1989, and until this team does that, then they can't say they are.
That's true.
So that's the hurdle that they had before them. I'm sure they want to be known as the best team ever, and they could make that happen.
They could. Well, they definitely have the talent.
Look at the power run on that. Number 12 linebacker comes in there and make the stop. Horsley runs over him. And, that's always a good thing when you want your running back falling forward. Nice power run there. Horsley's dad, Mike, I believe it's Mike, is his dad. I played high school football with him. He ran with that same kind of fervor.
Really? Oh, there we go. Micaiah Matthews. And we have a flag on the play.
A flag inside. Did they get a hold of his face mask when they came in? No. The
penalty on Wheelersburg?
Yeah. And he's touching his head there, so we have an illegal receiver downfield. So what has happened on that? That's kind of a delayed pass where he just hooks inside, and we had an offensive lineman make his way downfield a couple of yards. That's going to call that play back. Number 12 made that tackle earlier that Horsley ran over him. 6'1", 220 linebacker. He's a tight end. He's a captain for Reedy.
Yeah.
The other captains for them, their center, number 51, Anthony Baum, senior captain, and Ryan Spoon, one of their offensive guards.
Now Wheelersburg is back at the line. Got a Micaiah Matthews in motion. Pitch off to the side.
They throw to him.
He picks up maybe a yard. Looks like about 2 yards. They're kind of forced out of bounds.
Yeah. You know, thinking about captains, where would you start with Wheelersburg? Who do you choose as your captain?
Well,
yeah?
That's a good question.
You usually have 3 to 5 guys out there in front of calisthenics. You really almost have to rotate that, don't you?
Yeah.
Because all these kids are deserving.
Well, that's it.
You can see they're all in leadership roles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lead by example, and my gosh, there's an awful lot of examples of fine football players down there.
You're absolutely right. Salyer's in trouble.
He's going to call him down. The left knee apparently was on the turf before he released the football, and we hear a few boo birds from the Wheelersburg sidelines up here in the fans. They didn't agree with that call.
So
and another 4th down.
Right, loss of about 3 yards. Pirates not keeping the same momentum, but still.
Now, looking at your camera here, who's playing left tackle?
I don't know.
That would be Tanner Holden. Left offensive tackle on the punt team. These are guys they need to get down the field quickly. They're not worried about blocking for holes. Very short kick on this occasion. And a backward spin. Yeah, they do have the wind in their face. That makes it a little bit tough. And honestly, Wheelersburg don't have a whole lot of practice punting the football in a game situation, do they?
No, you're absolutely right. You know?
So 10:20 remaining now in the second quarter. 14-0 is our score. And the Blue Knights will start this possession on the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Foley's going to take it over the left side, try to cut it back inside, but nothing doing.
Gain of about a yard, maybe, well, 2 yards.
Xander Carmichael was in on that, but there was quite a few orange hats on that tackle as well. It's really hard to pick it out.
It is.
Even our public address announcer here didn't choose to opt for any one player or another.
That's it.
That's a good sign, honestly.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Silver Knights. Ball spot on their own 45-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 for the Silver Knights. There's the
Foley
handoff.
again with the carry.
Oh, he gets some room.
Yeah. Nice little jitterbug step as he gets into the secondary there.
Just short of the first.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 short here. Brings up a 3rd and 1 or 2. Alex George was on that tackle. And that's the exact play that Wheelersburg likes to run too.
Yep.
Where you're handing one direction, but he turns and goes the opposite way.
It's an effective play.
That gives you misdirection without having to have 2 backs in the backfield.
They break through for what looks like the 1st down.
Yep. Foley this time goes left side, and he will pick up the 1st down. Looks like a gain of about 3.
Stop made by number 30.
Well, Jays, it's feeling more like November tonight.
It is a little bit chilly up here, and I apologize if you hear me cough from time to time.
It's a beautiful day today, though.
Yes, it was. I really wanted to get out and play some small ball.
Yeah.
But ended up not making it. That would be golf to those of you who aren't familiar with my terminology. Hey, I saved a few golf balls' lives, though.
There you go.
They'd be left for dead out in the woods if I was playing, right?
So the clock's moving with right at 8:40 left to go before this half.
Got a slot to this side. 2 backs, and the fullback's going to get the ball up the middle, pick up 2 or 3.
They're pushing it.
Run by number 32, Donovan Sanders.
But Donovan Sanders on the run.
Number 32, Xander Carmichael.
And Xander Carmichael stopping him.
Xander Carmichael, he's one of my favorite players, actually, on the defensive side of the ball. He may not be the best player, but I just love what he brings to the field.
Mm-hmm. You know, we've gotten a chance to interview a lot of the kids, and each one of them are very unique.
Right.
You know, in talking to them, Xander is a real nice young man.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is what Coach Ross wanted to do. He wanted to run some clock and keep the possession rolling a little bit, control the football, and so 2nd and 7. I think we probably have time for a commercial, don't we?
We'll take that, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Portsmouth Cinemas!
Sights, sounds, and smells, we give you all the feels you need for a fun time on the town. Want to enjoy a 3D movie or even throw a party? The Portsmouth Cinema is here for you. Looking for unbeatable deals on concessions? We got you. Need an affordable night out to relax with a movie? Super Tuesday to the rescue. We are always updating to give you the best experience possible. Visit us online at republictheaters.com or Facebook for showtimes. Portsmouth Cinema. When you've got the time, we've got the popcorn, the candy, the drinks, and the best movies around.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
Well, we're back at Ed Miller Stadium. Blue Streaks of Columbus Reedy with the ball, 2nd and 7. Handoff to Foley, this time over the right side. He is met with some authority there after about a 1-yard gain, if you could call it that. Avery Denini again on that tackle. We've called his name a few times tonight, and that was a head buster there.
That's it.
We were talking a little bit during the break. It would be natural for Wheelersburg to come in here maybe a little down from last week. We were talking about there were 10,000 people here at this game last week when they played the undefeated West Senators.
In the Halloween Bowl.
In the Halloween Bowl, absolutely. So, it would be kind of natural for them to have a little bit of a letdown this week. Against an opponent that I'm sure they feel pretty confident that they can defeat here playing on their home field. But you know what? This is their last game for some of these seniors to play here. So I suspect the second half especially they'll start picking this up a little bit. We've talked about a few of these guys, Parsley, Denini. These guys have made some big plays this first half thus far.
Yeah.
But not the big score deficit that I expected.
Oh,
well, we have a shake. And that punt traveled about 14 yards.
Yeah.
Is what he got on net on that.
Man, oh, man. Well, another thing, coming in, like you said, I'm sure they anticipate winning this game.
Sure.
Before coming into it.
Yeah.
But they may just not be playing as hard to not give as much stuff away,
Well, right, and we talked about that a little bit. Is that something you want to do? Do you want to show – because Reedy was here when I was talking to Coach Ross. He was here last week. He watched them play West, and Wheelersburg showed him a whole lot of things that he had to prepare for this week.
Yep.
So, is that something that they may do again, or do they play more conservatively?
Caught with the ball, pulls out a first down and 5.
Yeah, and I don't think that was by design either.
No, I don't think so.
He saw that there was an opening there, and he tucked it and ran.
Yeah.
And the great thing about Salyer is he has that ability to avoid tacklers. He's not just a pocket passer. He can run and make plays.
That's true.
So big first down there by the Pirates kind of gets them out of a little bit of a hole that they were in, really taking advantage of the bad punt. Hand off to Clevenger up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards on that play. Reedy doing a pretty good job of getting there and wrapping him up.
Number 51, Anthony Baum.
We got a quick second. I want to
Anthony Baum.
Want to acknowledge KDMC and KDMC Ohio as our big sponsor of Zone Sports, doing a lot of things to help us bring these games to you.
Cole Lowry there on the catch, tries a little stutter move, try to make him miss. He's really close to that first down. Let's see what kind of spot he gets.
Stop made by number 6, Mason Clark.
Looks about 1 yard off the first, maybe.
Anthony Baum, senior center.
So we're 3rd and 1 for the Pirates. Short pass, dodge tackle, and a gain of about 3 yards.
Lowry gets the first down on that play. No doubt about it.
Stop made by number 12, Ryan Wood.
So Ryan Wood making the stop on that play
41-yard line.
as the Pirates continue to walk the ball down the field.
Wow.
He's just churning.
You know, it's interesting to see that. It's too early in the game to see this, but kid steps up in there, makes a pretty good tackle, but our running back, Wheelersburg's running back, continued to turn his leg, and everybody stopped and watched.
Yeah.
It's too soon in the game for Reedy to play with that kind of attitude. He should have been hit 3 or 4 times by 3 or 4 different guys.
Well, he picked up an extra 2 yards off that.
Yeah. One-on-one, I'm going to give that kid 2 or 3 yards every time. He runs with that kind of authority.
Long pass out to Holden. Almost. It is intercepted as the Silver Knights come down the field.
Number 5, Chris Sayers' pass is intercepted by number 7.
Do what?
Dent is the name. Just a great run back there at the end. And I think some would probably say over here on this sideline that he may have been interfered with. There was some contact before that ball actually got there. But it wasn't called, so
who
if
was
it's
that?
not called, it didn't happen.
Did you see who that was?
Number 6.
Number 6?
I believe was the number. And a pretty good return there at the end.
Yeah. Nice run out of it.
Handoff to Foley over the left side.
No gain.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. I wish we could run it back. That's Nick Parsley from his left defensive end position, running that down from the opposite side of the field.
Nick
just
is
staying
all
with
over
the play. And, the kid's able to avoid one kid and then gets waylaid by Parsley coming from the backside.
Man.
Parsley, he's really impressed me tonight. He's had a whale of a game. Look at him there at that defensive end. He frightens me, and I'm way up here. He'd take my lunch money.
Long pass. Almost, but not quite.
Yeah. Cole Lowry on the defensive, on the coverage there. A pretty good throw. Just he lofted a little bit too far. He had him.
Yeah.
He did get behind Lowry on that play. Just threw it about a yard too far.
So 3:50 left in the first half. Wheelersburg Pirates over the Silver Knights 14-0 as the Knights are 3rd and 9 on the 46-yard line. Up the middle, but too late.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
So Austin Aiello, the quarterback, changed his mind there.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? If you notice there, they only have one receiver out on route. That was number 2, and he was on the right side. So that was actually a quarterback draw. That was by design. But he got caught up in the middle as he was trying to make his way up. That slowed him down and allowed the defender to catch him from behind. Otherwise, he might have picked up a few yards.
He might have. We're now at 4th and 8. Punt going back to about the 25. Bouncing on down.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to come to rest on about the 22 and a half.
The Silver Knights punt. Be down at the 18-yard line.
2:59 remaining now in the second quarter. Can the Pirates put some points on the board before the break? Some might have thought that they would have had 30 on the board by now.
Well,
actually going into the half. So, honestly, coach over there for Bishop Reedy has kind of gotten what he's wished for. He was hoping he could keep it fairly close. And 14-0, that's doable.
I have to say, I think the Pirates are taking it easy this evening.
Handoff straight up the middle. Dragged down by 3 or 4 defenders there. That's Clevenger with the carry. Let me ask you, is Reyes injured?
I heard that Reyes was injured.
Okay.
And haven't seen him.
I was looking forward to seeing him play last week and didn't see him, and we've not seen him in this game yet either.
Yeah.
Number 5,
an ankle injury.
Number 10, Bryson Keeney.
The Bryson Keeney catching that pass, almost a first down.
Well, an ankle injury with Reyes, I'm sure they're going to give him as much time off as possible.
Probably so.
Some of these first few games in the playoffs, they'll try to get him some rest there. Good read on the keep by Salyers. And a big pickup.
Stop made by number 43, Chase Jones.
Chase Jones on the stop. And the chains move down the field.
It's just a tough thing for Reedy to do. They have to account for each of the weapons on the field. And they weren't able to account for Salyers on that play.
No. Looked like
that would be
like
the
offsides.
Fourth offsides.
Looks like that was on
Wheelersburg.
Bryson Keeney there.
Is it Bryson Keeney?
Number
jumped
10?
Off out here on the split?
No, looked like he actually, his leg was past the line on the.
Okay. He might have actually just set up wrong. Now, what he should do when you get up to the line of scrimmage, if you're the end receiver, you have that side judge right there. So you give him a wave, hey, I'm either on or I'm off, and they'll tell you whether you need to move up or back.
Oh.
So that might just be a miscommunication there.
Might be.
Tanner goes in motion. They're going to throw underneath to Xander Carmichael, and he gets knocked backwards.
Yeah. So we got a loss.
Number 12, Ryan Wood, a senior, 6'1", 220-pound linebacker, and one of their captains makes that stop.
So the Pirates are at 11 yards back now.
A lot of time to look at his receiver there. And Cole Lowry's going to catch that pass over the middle.
I'm telling you.
Hit him right where he needs to, right in the hands.
That's it. Cole got
Salyers
it.
has really impressed me tonight. And he has all kinds of time, too. You really got to give it to that offensive line. We got a screen.
Tanner Holden coming out. Pickup of about 7-8 yards. So Wheelersburg will take a quick timeout after that.
They are going to try to get some points, try to get it to 21-0 here before the half.
Well, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium, where we just found out that West is now trailing Martins Ferry by 6.
6-0.
So hopefully the Senators will gain their footing and get back in the game.
Yeah, you really want to see all of our local schools go as far as they possibly can.
Oh, yeah.
You'd like to see them all get past that first round in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Tanner Holden in motion. come to this sideline, sets up. And I think they will be
In
looking
trouble.
for it. Not this time. Big
We
number
got a
44
flag.
linebacker sacks, and we have a holding on that as well.
So,
little breakdown in there in the blocking scheme. You had a blitz up the middle from the linebacker, number 44. He wasn't picked up. They tried to pick him up late, grabbed, and you can't do either one of those things. They don't turn out well.
Right at 44 seconds left to go till the half.
And Reedy trying their best to keep them off the board one last time this half. Okay.
The will be declined.
So they will move the Pirates to a third down situation. Kenny this far side, or this near side, Lowry inside, and Tanner Holden now in motion, catches the pass on the wheel route. Avoids a couple of tacklers. He's going to be out at the 32-yard line, and we're going to have a fourth down situation. Looks like about 7 to go.
Stop made by number 24.
Yep, call it 5.
It'll be fourth down and 5 for the Pirates.
So 4th and 5 for the Pirates on the 32.
He did get out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Timeout, Silver Knights.
So the Silver Knights take a timeout real quick. So we'll take one as well, and we'll be right back after this.
My niche, I really think, is pediatrics. I love little kids. I enjoy being around them. It's a very rewarding field to be in. I chose Shawnee. They had a great nursing program. I couldn't ask for a better place to be. From the very beginning, I knew that I wanted to continue my education, so I'm working on my master's degree in nursing informatics. I'm kind of the translator between the worlds of nursing and information technology, and I couldn't have done it without the education and the support from Shawnee State.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium with 31 seconds left to go till the half. Fourth down, 5 yards for the Wheelersburg Pirates to gain a first. What do you think we're going to see here, Jay?
Well, 3 receivers right side. Tanner Holden in motion. And we're going to roll right, so I think we're going to look for Cole Lowry there in the flat. Pretty good defense right there, knocking that pass down.
That's
Number 35 on the defense there.
So the Silver Knights hold the Pirates here.
They're hanging in here. They're making it a game. Yeah, that's a long bus ride home, and they don't want to go back thinking they left anything on the field.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they have seniors on that team as well.
Yep.
So that being the case, this could be the last time they ever suit up.
That's true.
So
the 26
big hearts
seconds,
out there.
26 seconds left to go, and the Knights will take possession of the ball.
Wheelersburg in their 4-3 defense. Carmichael there in the middle.
Take a knee, and
that will be the final
down.
play of the half.
So we go into the half with the Wheelersburg Pirates 14, the Bishop Reedy Silver Knights 0, and we'll go ahead and take a break and come back with halftime.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married. I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here.
You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
Everyone has a personality. Shouldn't your kitchen have one too? Craft-made cabinetry has hundreds of distinctive ways to help create a kitchen so personal. It could only belong to you. Craft-made, it becomes you. Visit craftmade.com or call 1-866-CRAFTMADE for your free idea book.
Sierra's Haven is a no-kill animal shelter located in Scioto County. They are a group of volunteers working together to help find safe, loving homes for adoptable pets. In its brief existence, they have made a difference in the lives of thousands of animals. Whether they were stray animals or needing medical attention, Sierra's treated, spayed, neutered, and found them wonderful homes. Your contributions to this organization can help get abandoned and abused animals off the streets and into a loving home. So when you're ready to give, think about giving locally. Charity begins at home.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
When you're pain-free, you can live free. At SOMC, our physical medicine and rehabilitation associates can help you live free from chronic pain and free from worry, too. That's because we can provide a wide variety of pain management treatments, including epidurals, nerve blocks, and spinal stimulation, so you don't have to worry about living on pain medication. Innovative pain solutions from SOMC. Very good things are happening here.
The Stephen A. Hunter Hope Fund was founded in memory of local student Stephen A. Hunter. One of the most successful programs is the Stevens Power Pack program, which provides food for local children in need. The most recent hunger statistics from Feeding America reveal that almost 1 in 3 children in Scioto, Pike, and Adams counties are food insecure. That's almost 50% higher than the national average. So when you're ready to give, think about giving locally. Charity begins at home.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here to start the second half. This is first week playoff action on the Zone here in Southern Ohio. I'm here at Ed Miller Stadium with Jay Miller, Andy Millay, and Nissa Blankenship. And tonight with us on camera is Danny Jones. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. As we begin the second half, the Wheelersburg Pirates are up over the Bishop Reedy Silver Knights at a score of 14-0. What do we got to talk about there, Jay?
Well, we got a few stats here from the first half, and of course they are skewed heavily toward the Wheelersburg Pirates. Total yards 235, 182 of that coming through the air, just 53 on 14 carries running the ball. They were successful 4 out of 8 times on third down conversions. They had the 1 interception there in the second quarter. They had 5 offside penalties against them, something they need to clean up a little bit. And total time of possession, 12 minutes and 41 seconds. The Columbus Bishop Reedy Blue Knights only had 27 yards rushing. They were 0 for 7 through the air and only 27 yards total the whole first half.
Short kick off to the side. So the Silver Knights kick it out there.
Based on those stats, you would think that this game would be a lot more lopsided than it is.
You're right.
But 14-0 is our score.
Well, it makes me wonder whether Wheelersburg's taking it easy tonight or whether they actually have a game on their hands.
Well, you know what? We have mentioned so many times throughout the game, guys like Parsley, guys like Denini out there, big plays. Lowry's had some big plays. So has Tanner Holden. So, certainly you couldn't say that about all of them, but there's just an error to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clevenger going to get the ball there on the buck over the right side. Pickup of just a couple.
You know, after
up at the line.
Last week we covered the Halloween Bowl with both teams, Wheelersburg and West, being undefeated, and that ended up to be 40-some to 7.
Right.
But it was a hard-fought game. Who we got there? So Clevenger getting some ground there.
Clevenger rips off about 20 yards on that play.
Yeah.
Going back to the well, he just cut it further outside on that one.
That's it. What I wanted to say was I don't know if Wheelersburg's just kind of taking it easy tonight after that game, because that was a hard-fought game.
Well, and we found out there at halftime that West hasn't scored yet. They're down 6-0, I believe. And they're probably still bruised up a little bit from last week's game.
Yeah, I'd say
against
so.
Wheelersburg, because that was a head knocker last week.
It was, and I'm really proud of both teams, and especially the way they came in. They both were very sportsmanlike throughout the whole evening.
Right.
You know, there wasn't any incidents or altercations, but that was a huge game for both teams being undefeated coming into it.
And we know that in the past there has been, some altercations and things that happen.
Well,
and
sure.
Look at this. He does
Did he
not get in. Oh, I feel like he crossed the line.
The ball definitely crossed the line.
Carmichael gets to the goal line, and he is marked about a foot short.
I tell you.
Yeah, from this vantage point, it's tough to see.
Looked like his feet stopped, but the ball kept going.
He reached the ball over, and as long as that breaks the plane, he should get credit for that. But he doesn't get it
here.
The
stop's only a half yard in. 10:25.
Tight formation here.
They're going to shove it through or go around?
Run that direction. And I like the decision on that. Carmichael made the big play, got him there, and didn't get in. They give Carmichael the ball next play and allow him to score the touchdown. That's just right.
It is. It is.
Great coaching decision there. You reward the kid who didn't get in.
So Xander Carmichael pulling one off here.
Jalen Miller on for the kick, lefty, left footer. And watch this little hop as he goes through his mechanics. I like how he tucks that knee up and then strikes it through the uprights.
So the point after is good, which puts 21 on the board for the Wheelersburg Pirates. The Silver Knights 0. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone. Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, shipping, help.
Outstanding.
Toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium where Thunderstruck is now on the loudspeaker.
Thunderstruck, yes.
I love Thunderstruck.
Little AC/DC.
I tell you what, if you ever get the chance, just search Thunderstruck on like YouTube, and you'll see it covered by like all kinds of people.
Oh, I'm sure.
One of my favorites is a group called Steve and Seagulls.
Okay.
And they look like a hillbilly bluegrass group, and they are hilarious but extremely talented.
No kidding.
Yep.
Well, Miller's going to kick off here to the Silver Knights.
Oh, look at
there.
there.
A little bit of an onside
It
kick.
is.
Kid did a good job. He got his hands on it.
He did.
Batted it up in the air and covers it himself.
Definitely
Number
had control.
33 on the return team. So Chuck was telling me that I've inadvertently called them the Blue Knights a few times. I'm going to try to remedy that situation here in the second half. But you know what? Silver right now they're feeling kind of blue.
That's
they're down
it.
21-0.
You're right.
Am I blue? Yes, I'm blue. It started the day they met Wheelersburg in Southern Ohio at Ed Miller Stadium.
Well, they're starting to get dangerously close to that running clock.
Foley tries to run the ball over the right side. A whole lot of tacklers gang up on him there. Xander Carmichael is the chief in that pack of Indians.
It'll be second down and 8 for the Silver Knights. Ball spun at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's interesting. We have the quarterback as the messenger running in off the sideline.
Yeah.
I guess Coach wanted to talk to him up close and personal. Maybe we're about to see something special.
Maybe.
Lowry, tight press man coverage over here on this sideline. It takes away what it was he was looking for.
A lot of time.
He looked immediately at number 9 there on the sideline, and Lowry was having nothing to do with that. Tight man press coverage, didn't let him breathe, and it wasn't there. He had to go to a second receiver, and again, this is about 3 times in this game, 3 or 4, that he's overthrown his target.
Mm-hmm.
The kid was open. He overthrew it. And that's something that maybe some of the other coaches who will be looking at this film might see. That, they might think they can get behind Wheelersburg. It's hard to keep them in front of you when you're playing that press man.
It is.
Lowry's backing off of number 9 now. And makes a nice saving tackle there. Otherwise, he was destined for that first down marker. Now it's going to be 4th and about 3. And they're going to be forced to punt here, I would think.
Here's the question. You're already down by 21. What do you really got to lose?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because at this point, whether you lose by 42 or 21, it doesn't matter. A loss is a loss.
Exactly.
So I'm sure they mulled it over for a little bit. Do we want to think about trying to keep this possession going? But if we do, we give them the ball right here inside the 50.
High and back and rolling.
That's going to go all the way to the 1 foot line.
Look at
what
that.
a punt. Well, and you'll have that. Wheelersburg actually didn't have anybody back there to receive the punt.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of thought they might fake it.
Well, this is a dangerous position no matter how good you are.
Well, and a great situation for Wheelersburg, too. This is something you don't find yourself in as far as an offensive possession starting at your 1 foot line.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's great to be able to practice these scenarios in a playoff situation. That's for sure.
Take a minute.
Some sponsors?
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah, let's talk about a few of the sponsors tonight. Sponsoring tonight's game, we've got Penn Station. Great subs. Love all their sandwiches down there. The Atomic Credit Union. Hope Source Treatment. The 140C Store. Tri-America Contractors. Deemer's Supermarket. And Klein Jenkins.
Yep.
Did you see that?
You know what? That's amazing.
He makes it look so easy.
You know, you have the ball on the 1 foot line. You go unbalanced. That means you have one more offensive lineman on the right side than you have left. Everybody in the world thinks you're going to run the ball to that side, and he throws a high point to Tanner Holden there on the right side.
Who is already like 6'7", 6'8", and then leaps up another 2 feet or so to just pick it out of the air.
Why not? Yep.
Uh-oh.
And that will be officially a pass. He did throw that forward.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Pirates.
Yeah, Tanner Holden is just one of those guys that regardless of how far they go in the playoff situation, all these defenses that Wheelersburg faces, they probably have not seen a Tanner Holden.
No.
You know, a guy at 6'5", 6'6", that can jump like that, has those soft hands and brings everything in, catches everything out in front of him. That ball never touches his pads. You know, he's a good receiver, and that's why Ohio State's looking at him, possibly giving him a scholarship up there in Columbus.
That'd be nice. All right. Look at that. So Salyers faking it, and then
big run up the middle, and I tell you what they do so well is they sell that fake to the running back going over the left side. They hold that fake in there, make that linebacker commit to making that tackle, keeps it, and runs straight up the middle, and there's nobody home.
That's it. You know, we've got a guy down out there on the field, so let's take a quick break. You want to take a quick break, Andy? Okay.
Let's watch a commercial or two.
Yeah, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at Ed Miller Stadium.
Ryan Wood was your injured player on the field.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of high-stepped off there. I think he's going to get back in the game.
Oh, Salyers.
Fake around, and Salyers is going to keep that. About a 5-yard gain.
Tell you, he's making some grounds.
He sure is. You know, it's just a tough thing for a linebacker to read. Is he keeping it? Is he not keeping it?
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you start hanging in there and waiting for the quarterback to keep it, tuck it, and run, he's going to hand it off that running back, and he's going to burn you.
Yep.
So.
2nd and 5 for the Pirates.
This time he does hand off to that back, and what a nice crease there over the left side. Mac Dyer is the ball carrier, number 12, and that will push the down markers down the field a little bit, about the 47-yard line. Silver Knights, you know, you can see that sideline's pretty thin, and all those defensive linemen with their hands on their hips, they're tired.
Mm-hmm.
They're breathing heavy.
There we go. So Mac Dyer pulls out what could be a second first down. Yep, there we go.
Like I say, you see all the guys there in white, they have their hands on their hips, and you know they're tired.
Yeah.
What do? You make them run even more.
That's it.
You play wide on the field, you're pitching, you're running your jet sweep and all that. Make them run from side to side.
Cole Lowry.
Run by number 4, Cole Lowry.
Yeah, moving the ball there. Looks like about 3 or 4 yards.
Yep.
Stop made by number 35, Matt Fry.
So many weapons.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Pirates.
Well, you know, I mean,
33-yard line.
a lot of the seasons in past years, and a lot of teams we play. I mean, you end up saying the same names all night long.
Right.
And I mean, we're constantly adding names to this Wheelersburg. It looks like another first down opportunity. The Trent Salyers bringing it up.
Yep. Well, like I said before, Yeah, we've named Clevenger, we've named
Danini,
Matthews, Danini,
Lowry,
all these guys, Salyers.
Yeah, Carmichael.
Horsley.
Yep.
Yeah, and Reyes is one of their better backs. He's not even playing.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tanner Holden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
And Xander Carmichael.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we just keep saying different names, you know?
Yeah, who can't run the ball?
Yeah.
You know? I'd put Nick Parsley in there and let him run fullback.
That might as well.
Yeah.
I bet that'd be
Did
something
you play
to see.
high school football?
No.
I can remember back in the day, if you were winning big or, if you were on my team more often than not, you weren't. You were on the other side of it. But oftentimes they would allow a tackle or a guard to get back there, play fullback, and hand the ball off and let you feel like what that feels like,
I
It
tell
was
you.
fun.
So here we go.
But I'd like to see Nick Parsley at fullback position.
I'd like to see that too. The Trent Sayers pulls off another first down.
Yep.
I think the Pirates are they're done messing around. They want to speed this up.
Yeah. And not big chunks of yards. They're just matriculating their way down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Just nickel and diming you.
Yep. That wears you out.
Yeah. Well, that Silver Knight bus isn't warmed up yet, but I think I saw the bus driver get up and walk away a little while ago.
Yep. Here we come.
Oh, he
Cole
wants in
Lowry
there.
Almost getting
And
that
we got
touchdown.
a flag at the end of the play. I don't know if he got a face mask there. Or
I don't know. He was determined to try to get it.
He sure was. He got stood up there about the 5-yard line and continued to push and chug and move those feet. He's got it down to about the 1.5. And if we got a face mask, we're going to split the difference. One step.
First down and goal for the Pirates.
First.
On the Silver Knight, 1-yard line.
I think we're about to hear the cannon go off.
I think you're right.
My wife's so cute. We come watch Wheelersburg play, and it never fails. The cannon always takes her by surprise. She jumps out of her skin every time.
That's it. I've always thought that they should move the cannon around during the game.
So you don't know where it's coming
That's
from,
it.
right?
That's it. So it catches everyone by
Sure.
surprise.
Looks like Lowry's going to take it on in.
That's
and
it.
just like they did last time with Xander Carmichael, Lowry tried so hard to get in there, reward him, and let him finish the possession with the touchdown.
Might as well,
Yep.
So 4:33 left in the third quarter. Wheelersburg is now up 27-0, and we've
An
got
injury
the
there in the
extra
end zone.
point.
So that's probably going to hang us up a little bit before they have this extra point try.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick break while we sort this out, and then we'll come back with the extra point.
Many people know that at the battery terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries.
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
You've always been able to recognize value. The decisions you make today put you on the road to where you want to be tomorrow. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance Agency.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. Looks like the Silver Knight is moving off the field of his own volition there. So that's good.
We were concerned about him there for the longest time. He didn't move.
Yeah.
I think he was taking a break.
I think so. I don't blame him.
All right, here comes the hop, the Jalen Miller hop.
Oh,
and this
blocked.
time it's blocked.
Jalen Miller's kick is no good.
So number 35.
Yeah. He kicked the top part of the ball and it hit one of his offensive linemen right in the back.
That's it. So the Wheelersburg Pirates did not get the extra point, but they are still up 27-0 with 4:33 left to go in the third period. We'll take a break and we'll be back right after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. 4:33 on the clock, and the Pirates will be kicking off to the Silver Knights as they lead them at a score of 27-0. We're getting dangerously close to that running clock.
Yeah, we sure are.
Now, this isn't the high scoring game that we've seen some of the times against Wheelersburg.
It's not. You got to give the Silver Knights a little bit of credit there. They've done a fairly decent job of slowing Wheelersburg down, albeit 27 points scored with 4:33 left in the third.
Nice big kick.
They've done a better job than a lot of opponents have.
They have.
And you would expect that in a playoff situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those things, too. I was kind of thinking about that as I was coming over to the game. Wheelersburg has a lot to prove. Yeah, they have high expectations, and everybody that's played them knows what they have. Their fans know what they have. But now we're talking about state.
Exactly.
And they have that number one designation. It's up to them to prove that they deserve that number one designation. And then on the flip side, you have Reedy coming in here with that bottom slot, and they wanted to come in and prove that they deserve to be a little bit better than that.
Of course.
So it's working out for Wheelersburg today, but not so much for Reedy. Big hit. And another potential candidate for the Moreau's framing collision. Big collision of the game.
Yeah.
And we have another injury on the field there for Columbus Bishop Reedy. Looks like we have a lineman down there.
They're starting to take some pounding.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You start getting a little bit tired. You're playing a little bit looser, a little bit more sluggish, and injuries tend to start happening at that point.
That's it. We'll take some time here to announce a few more sponsors. We've got Loot Supply joining us, Wheelersburg Cinema, the UPS Store, Sunspot Tanning. Joining us this year is SOMC, Shawnee State University, the Powell Insurance Agency, the Portsmouth Public Library, the Portsmouth Cinema 8, Desco Federal Credit Union, Barrett Murphy Insurance, and B&B Loan. Looks like he's getting up now.
He's getting up. Looks like he might have an ankle or a knee. He's not putting much weight on that, and he's going to need some assistance getting him over there on the sideline.
So they're helping him off, which is good. Hopefully he's not hurt too badly. I'm going to have to do some research here. I don't know how many playoff appearances Wheelersburg has had over the years.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to know.
Because I know they have quite a few. They're definitely no strangers to the playoff environment.
Absolutely.
In all sports.
Right.
Well,
especially baseball lately. Coach Estep's really got that team on the move.
Well, there's softball.
Yep, that's true too. Yep.
I mean, it's just they've got an outstanding sports program.
Pirate pride is alive.
That's it.
Well, and on top of that, it's actually one of the better academic schools in the area as well.
You know,
get high marks there according to the state.
Funny you mention that. When I was
on the right side.
When I was in high school, they actually won the National Quiz Bowl competition.
No kidding.
Yeah, 1984.
Wow.
Yeah, National Quiz Bowl champs.
Was you on that team?
No.
Okay.
I just supported from the sidelines. You know, I carried the books.
There
You know,
you
that
go.
kind of stuff. You know. So 3:50 on the clock and ticking. 2nd and 13 for the Knights.
Well, Keeney's giving this receiver a lot of room. Well, they're going to hand off up the middle, and another huge hit.
Yep.
Run by number 28, Jack Foley.
Right now, I feel like Avery Denini's hit there in the first half has probably been our best
I think
collision
so.
thus far.
Yep.
As we're thinking about those awards that we give out there at the end of the game. But we've had a couple other ones in contention. That was another one right there.
Yeah.
You know, when you're down, I know they're a running team, but when you're down 27-0, time's running out, you're going to have to get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Timeout, Silver Knights.
So the Silver Knights will take a quick timeout. And while they do that, we will as well. So we'll be back right after this.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. 2:58 on the clock. 27-0 as the Pirates lead here in the third quarter. Waiting on some scores from around the area. Waiting to hear what how West is doing against Martins Ferry. Hopefully they've picked up the pace.
You'd sure like to see the Senators move on.
Oh, I would. I'd love to see the Senators move on the next two games.
Sure.
And meet up with the Pirates again in
Have an
Game 3 for
opportunity
the
to play
regional
them again.
championship.
Yeah, rematch.
Yeah.
They tried the inside screen. That has worked for Wheelersburg very well throughout this game. And they did pick up a few yards there, about 4 or 5 yards. But they're facing a fourth down situation. And as we spoke before, you know, how long is too long? You know, at what point do you start going for these? And
that's it. So it looks like they're going to punt.
It's a tough call. You never want to go for a fourth down on this close to your goal line, but
no, probably not.
They really need to get an offensive possession to continue a little bit longer than this. And nice tackle there.
Yeah.
And that ball, he sounded like he kicked a brick, didn't he?
Did.
You could hear that all the way up here.
That's it. So Chase Jones on the stop. So 1st and 10 for the Pirates on the 47. As they will try to move this into a running clock scenario.
I think our camera crew would be fine with that.
But yeah.
I see people shivering up here. So no huddle as usual for the Wheelersburg Pirates. They run onto the field, get into formation, and play ball.
There's the handoff.
Straight up the middle, veering to the left.
Is that Clevenger again?
That Clevenger, number 20. It looks like, no, it's 30. Or was it 20?
I'm looking.
I think it was third.
Yeah. Oh, we're
none of
both
the
off.
above. Micaiah Matthews.
Micaiah Matthews.
There again, you have that many weapons, you have no idea who's carrying the ball. It doesn't matter.
Well,
anymore,
it's hard.
does it?
It's hard to tell who has it because they all got camouflage
That's
on.
right. That's right. You can't see him.
That's
right?
it.
Nice. Boom, boom. I like it.
There's the handoff.
Keeper, can he make a cut? And he does. He
Lowry
maneuvers his way
moving it
through
over.
to the left side, steps out of bounds right there at the 44-yard line.
Right there at the first. You see that? We literally stopped where the first down would be.
Yes, he knew what he needed.
I guess.
Yeah, we're to the point now where we really kind of have a subdued crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cold's kind of settling in on people, and it's a done deal, but we have more than a quarter left to play. Yeah,
Ooh.
A little ring around the rosy there.
Yeah.
Grabbed him by the shoulders and flopped him down, close to being one of those horse collar calls. You can't grab a kid by the back of the shoulder pads there at the neck and pull him back. The front part of the pad comes up and gets him in the Adam's apple, and that can be dangerous.
Yeah.
He actually didn't get that. He was able to spin him and get him down. Ball came out.
Yeah.
But he was already down.
Oh.
And that was close to being picked.
That's it. A little lob pass almost cost him.
Excuse me.
Third down and 9 for the Pirates.
The Wood caught the ball. His feet must not have been in bounds. His knee must have dragged out of bounds there as he received it.
So
plenty of time for Salyers there. Just exhausted his potential receivers.
So we're third and 9.
Looking left all the way, the comeback to Keeney comes up short. Yeah, they have a punting position.
So 4th and 9 for the Pirates. And
now they faked a punt last week against West.
You know, that was pretty sweet.
It really was.
You know, I'd love to see that again.
Our camera people are complaining about the wind.
Nah.
Somebody turn off the fan. You know, the left side of the Wheelersburg line there looked like they could have been pretty close to lining up in the backfield, which that could have been called.
Did you see that?
A little backspin on the punt.
At the 21-yard line, it'll be first down and 10 for the Silver Knights.
So the Silver Knights will have 1st and 10.
1st and 10 to go, 37.4 seconds remaining. And I guess we'll just go ahead and play
As
this
the
out
wind
before we go to the
blows.
break.
Woo.
Yes.
I think next week is toboggans.
Yeah, really. Can I bring an electric blanket with me?
That's it.
Be up here like a cocoon.
Need one of those big bullet propane heaters. You know?
Maybe we can tip the waiter and actually be inside.
Oh, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
Ooh, put down in the backfield for a sack. Or not a sack, but just put him down. Loss of yards there.
Yeah, Avery Denini, another big play there in the backfield.
Tell ya.
Just, getting in the backfield before the play even starts and blowing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't alone back there either. He had some support up the middle as well.
I'll tell you.
And that's going to be the quarter.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a quick break at the end of this quarter, and we'll come back with the final quarter and the rest of the action right after this.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back.
West 7, Martins Ferry 6.
Ooh.
There you go. West now has
West
the lead
7.
over Martins Ferry 7-6.
Fourth quarter.
Perhaps we could see the Pirates play the Senators again.
Well, that would be awesome. Yeah, it'd be nice to see both teams at the regional championship.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and West has the ability.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Wheelersburg beat them pretty good here at home.
Yep.
You know, West certainly has the ability to pull out some stops and make big plays. And
got a fake going on there. He's in trouble.
Competitive.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Well, he had a little bit of time. He kind of moved
He
around
got
the
sacked
pocket
there at the
there
5-yard
and
line.
just threw it away.
Pass is incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Silver
And that's
Knights.
what's called a coverage sack had he gone down because he just had nobody to throw to.
No.
Wheelersburg did a great job of defending. And the snap, the free.
Oh!
Xander Carmichael picks it off. He's going to get into
Touchdown
the end zone.
Wheelersburg. And that is what they do great.
Yeah, absolutely. Just reading that quarterback, you know, the kid just really telegraphed where that throw was going to go.
Oh, my
From
gosh.
the time he got it on the snap, Xander Carmichael saw this, read his eyes, stepped in there, took it to the house.
I'm telling you, it looked like it was meant for him.
That was a
you
nice
know?
play. Nice play.
That was.
Yeah, that might just have to go on our list as well.
That's it.
Carmichael's had a nice game.
He has. He has.
Yeah, not only has he stood in there as middle linebacker and really gone up against a team that likes to run the football and has put a stop to it along with Denini and Parsley. But, you know, this is a couple of big plays that he's had. One on offense with the touchdown and now on defense with the pick six.
So 11:43 left in the fourth quarter.
And the clock will be running from this point on. Here comes the hop.
And
he
it's
gets it to go
good.
through.
So the point after is good. That brings the Pirates up to 34, and the Silver Knights still at 0. We'll come back right after this.
Do for the 7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie.
It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movies faster here.
The bassoon is like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on
this season.
Are you serious? Wow. Well, that's worth noting.
Yeah, and we're back where we just learned the clock will be running now per OHSAA rules, Mercy rules.
Yep.
And this is the 10th running clock game that Wheelersburg has had this season.
Mercy sakes alive.
Well, Andy says maybe they're 11th.
So who is the one team that they did not mercy rule?
You know, I'm wondering about that now.
Do we know that?
I can't either. Okay.
Onside kick.
Okay. That was funny.
Yep.
He was not going to be tackled and hurt.
He is down from the count.
I'm telling you.
I believe they call that the fetal position.
That's it.
You know, it might have been Valley. Didn't Valley, like, was it 38-0 or 7 or something like that just a few weeks ago? Well, you know what? Timeout. Hold on. Maybe we can get it from this.
Oh, we could.
37-7 Valley. I bet it was.
Well, that's 30 points is running clock.
Yep.
So that.
But that last one.
But that's 30 points.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Here it is, Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson, 38-14 was that final score.
Yeah.
Jackson. And that makes sense. And we were talking about
Logan
Jackson
Clifford.
could
Was that Logan
possibly be,
Clifford in on the stop?
It could be. Was it Logan Clifford?
Well, Good job, Logan
Jackson
Clifford.
Could be one of the venues for a future playoff game.
Tell you.
So, Logan Clifford, enlighten me.
Number 57.
Okay.
My daughter goes out with Logan Clifford.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Number 63, Nick Parsley.
Nick Parsley in on that stop.
Little baby going down the aisle there with his fooler in. Take me home, Dad. Game's over. My grandson Ison's running around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Future Pirate. Oh, he was bent backward.
Man.
That looked awful.
Number 28, Jack Foley.
Jack Foley's had like 100 carries tonight, and he probably has 16 yards total.
Yeah.
He is their ball carrier. And as much as he's tried to run through that Pirate wall, he has more often than not been knocked down. That one there, he got bent over backwards.
Whew.
Got almost a triple I formation here. Double tight, give to the second back through.
Oh!
And he stopped as well.
Man. Donovan Sanders taking him out.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, the Wheelersburg defense is just taking it to that Bishop Reedy offensive line. You know, the kid's getting tackled there in the backfield, and you can see the offensive lineman on that side turning around and looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I tried.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't do much with him, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So Wheelersburg's going to take over on downs.
That's it.
About the 43-yard line, right in through there.
First and 10 on the 42. 9 minutes left to go.
Run by number 20, Ashton Clevenger.
Ashton Clevenger is going to be the carrier, straight up the middle. Picks up about 4 yards there. Second and 6.
Made by number 44, Sam Hardenberg.
To go. Hardenberg on the tackle for the Silver Knights. Clevenger again to the right side.
Easy first down.
Run by number 20, Ashton Clevenger. Stop made by number 44,
3 in,
Sam
3 out. Wheelersburg coaches now are kind of scouring the sidelines for players as fresh jerseys get in. Pushing the clock, we're down to 2 seconds on the play clock. 1, and they just do get it off. Hand off Clevenger over to the right side, picks up 3 or 4, looks like 4. And they're going to spot that ball right about the 42-yard line.
Yeah.
Stiltner on the stop for the Silver Knights.
There's the handoff. To number 1.
Number 1. Aaron
Sowards.
Stop made by number 43, Chase Jones.
Aaron Sowards is a senior, 6'2", 205 pounds. Listed as a wide receiver, but lined up in the backfield there, took the handoff, picked up a few yards. Pirates continue to make their way down the field. 3rd and about 3. Sowers will take the ball again over the left side, and he's going to be right there at the sticks.
Yep.
And immediately he is given the first down. Signaled by the side judge over here. They will move the sticks.
So 6:20 left to go in this game as the Pirates walking on down.
So next week, we may find ourselves seeing the same team. At this point, scheduling-wise, I'm sure you're not sure about that situation, but certainly going to be interesting to see how far in the playoffs Wheelersburg can make their way. Can they repeat the feat that the '89 Pirates had winning the state championship?
Well, they're on the path. Last year they were on the path as well, all the way up to the regional championship against Coshocton at Athens
Which is a
Stadium.
great advantage for this team because they already have the experience of going that far.
Yeah.
They just have to take that extra step.
That's it. And a lot of these same kids were there. You
Yep.
know, I mean, Xander Carmichael was the quarterback last year.
Right.
You know, or correction, Mac Dyer.
Mac Dyer was.
You know.
Yes.
But Xander was out there with a whole list of Pirates there.
Stop made by number 54, Billy Fannin.
So Sowers is starting to move the ball a lot.
Yep. Yeah. It's a great opportunity for these guys to get in there and play against their first team still.
Yeah.
Most of their first teams out there on the field. These are kids that may fill some key roles next year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that they get some reps whenever they have a chance. Carry back to Sowers again. He's a big boy.
Tell ya.
Run by number 1, Aaron Sowers. Stop made by number 24, Christian Shell.
I can only imagine the competition for reps here is pretty tremendous.
Oh, I'm
all
sure
these kids
it is.
want their touches.
Mm-hmm.
All these kids want some stats. And the way they play, though, I just have a feeling that they understand the concept of team first.
Mm-hmm.
That it doesn't matter how many carries they get if we win, because they're all getting a few.
Yeah, I think you're
But
totally
if they
right.
win, and my gosh, 10 out of 11 times this year they mercy ruled their opponent, so it's working. And you take pride in that regardless of what your stats say.
Mm-hmm.
If it's kid's looking at his stats too awful much, then he's probably not on a team that's winning.
Sure, you're absolutely right. 3:30 left to go in this game. We're now at 4th and 7. And it looks like they're going to kick.
Okay.
They're going to go for it.
To attempt a field goal here. And get ready for the hop. Jalen Miller sizes it up.
No
and
good.
He misses it just to this side. Misses it wide right.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Hospital emergency department treated over 45,000 sports-related eye injuries.
Many people know that at the battery terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
And we're back. 2:46 left to go in the ball game. And Jay-Sean Norris moving it in.
Some new advertisers. I have to talk to you about maybe doing a cameo or something.
Oh, there you go.
Stephen King's been in all of his movies.
Oh, well,
right? I mean,
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
You know.
I can just be walking by.
There you go.
Something.
That's it. Well, didn't all the Seinfeld episodes have Superman in it?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Good stuff.
That's it. I've seen some show the other day that every episode's got a pineapple in it somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the show is. What is it? No, it's not SpongeBob.
Under the sea, right?
That's it. And the Knights taking it down, getting the first.
28 trying to get outside there. And Foley finally finds some daylight here with 1:46 to go. Jeremiah Dempsey on the tackle there, Jeff Dempsey's son.
Oh, excellent.
Or Guy Dempsey, I mean. Guy Dempsey.
Oh, Guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm making an assumption. I know he plays.
Well, Guy's sitting right down here.
Yeah, I passed him coming up the stands earlier.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is a good guy. Another bump.
Oh, look at there. They're going to be forced out.
But not
before a
the
big run.
25-yard line, but he gets away. They're over the left side with time running out.
Jeremiah again.
Dempsey there on the tackle.
We're under a minute, so if they're going to score, they better do it
the
now.
Silver Knights want to get on the board here. Take a little bit of their dignity home with them back to Columbus.
They may get on the same way Minford did in the last 6 seconds.
The ball underneath, following his blockers through the hole.
Run by number 28, Jack Foley.
A little better tackle on that one.
Stop made by number 34, Josh Henderson.
Josh Henderson on that tackle.
Here's the last play of the game coming up. Will they get it?
Yeah, coming up on 10 seconds. This should do it right here, and Foley's going to get it one more time in his high school career.
And they drive him back.
And that will call it a day for the Blue Knights here in Wheelersburg at Ed Miller
the
Stadium.
Silver Knights.
One last time, the Blue Knights.
We've been pummeled with wedding
all
fodder.
went this way.
That's it.
It's got attacked by confetti.
I tell you.
Blue Knights.
Final score on tonight's game.
One last time. The Silver Knights.
The Silver Knights.
This one last time. How about that?
There you go. 0. Wheelersburg Pirates 34. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with the wrap-up.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married. I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here.
You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us here for Week 1 playoff action on the Zone. You've been watching the Columbus Bishop Ready Silver Knights.
Silver Knights, not the Blue Knights.
Take on the Wheelersburg Pirates.
Blue uniforms. It was close.
They did. You know,
like I said before, they're feeling blue now.
Well, I guarantee they're feeling blue. Knocked out of the playoffs first round.
Right.
You know, but they were the 8 seed coming up against the number 1 seed. It was to be expected, but it's always sad for the losing team.
That's right. And when you look at a lot of the scores that Wheelersburg's had throughout this season, 34-0 is actually one of the better scores that they've had. They have mercy ruled 10 out of 11 games this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now, on to the more excited team.
Absolutely.
Wheelersburg, who will be moving on to Week 2 and be playing what we think will be Union.
Right, the winner of the Union Columbus Academy game, which last we've heard was 6-0. Of course, tomorrow night when this airs, we'll know what the outcome of that game is.
Yeah.
But either way, Wheelersburg is going to be heavily favored in that one as well. It's just, where will the game be played?
Right, because it will be away. And that will be a big change for Wheelersburg.
Absolutely.
Especially now with the weather changing.
Yep.
You know, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. This is the wrap-ups brought to you by the Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, and Rosemount McDonald's. I'm loving it. and they've got all kinds of great food. They're big supporters of youth sports and of the playoff teams and things. So big thanks to them for supporting the wrap-up and the pregame. Now let's talk a little bit about the game itself. As you said, this was a different game.
It was.
Bishop Reedy, they tried their best. They
a
had
little
some
bit
good
slower
plays.
Start.
Mm-hmm.
Wheelersburg had a little bit of a slower start in this game than they've had in others. Many games they've had this year, they were up by 30 by halftime.
Yeah.
And you had a running clock the entire second half due to the mercy rule. This particular game, the Silver Knights did a pretty good job defensively of holding them off. 14-0.
Yeah.
They're
it was
going
a slower
into the
pace.
Close to it, at least. I think they scored another touchdown going in. But a little bit slower pace, that is what their coach wanted to do. They wanted to slow this game down.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the ball more often than not with Jack Foley as their running back. He only carried the ball 100 times, and probably only had 40 yards rushing.
Right.
That's how well Wheelersburg played against them. But they ran the clock. Tried to keep Wheelersburg off the field as much as possible offensively, and they did a fairly decent job of that. That kind of reflects in the final score.
Right.
But Wheelersburg certainly did. They enforced their will on them as they usually do, and we'll see what they do next week.
That's it. Well, let's talk about some of our players of the game.
Yeah. We had quite a few.
Big turnover of the game by AC1 Communications.
Mm-hmm.
Turning your cable over to Dish. Now that's going to be Xander Carmichael.
Yeah, one of my favorite players, loves Xander Carmichael. Just stepped in front of this kind of a telegraph pass by the quarterback there, pick 6, and really excited for him to score there.
Well, it was so funny because it looked so perfect.
Yeah.
And I think that was my favorite play out of the whole game.
Yeah. Great job there.
So great job to Xander Carmichael out there. And then our big collision of the game, brought to you by Monroe's Frame and Collision, is Avery Deneni.
Yeah, early in the first quarter, he just chilled a kid over here about the 30-yard line. I was surprised the kid got up.
Yeah. Well, you could hear it from up here.
It was great.
So great job to Deneni out there. And, we heard his
he
name
had quite
over
a few.
and over.
That's not the only one
tonight.
he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had quite a few bell ringers.
He did. And then our Portsmouth big block of the game, that's Nick Parsley.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's just a big
just a big block.
You try to run over this kid, good luck with that.
Yeah.
He's just a big, strong, sturdy kid who is going to come at you. You're never going to go over top of him. So we had Foley from Bishop Reedy. He bounced off that wall quite a few times.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. And then our player of the game, our big Toro Loco player of the game, is Trent Salyers.
Trent Salyers had over 300 yards total offense, 240 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns in there. Great team leader. And one of the things that Wheelersburg's always been known for, and he's another one of these guys that falls in line, is the play fakes.
Yeah.
Those linebackers hardly ever know where the ball is because he does such a good job at disguising the football. So
that's it.
Great job by Salyers in leading the Pirates to the victory tonight.
That's it. Well, that's our wrap-up for tonight, brought to you by McDonald's, Portsmouth, Wheelersburg, and Rosemount. We want to thank you for watching. We want to thank the entire Zone Sports team for being out here with us and helping us bring the game. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller, and we'll catch you next week in the playoffs.